Ian.
Dave.
How you doing, buddy?
Good. I'm realizing we didn't discuss who was going to open the show.
Nope, just went with it, Captain.
Yeah. Apexadjacent.
Mm-hmm.
It's a car show.
Wait, what?
I think we actually have car topics tonight, too.
We do. Yeah. So you're not going to go on a rant about restaurant plates, or
no,
you're not going to tell a story about a person with mental health issues trying to free an imaginary dog from your car. No? Okay. All right. I guess we'll talk about cars then.
That does remind me of something, though. The conversation I had. So I had a conversation this weekend, and I was talking to my wife about it too. That really, like, those sorts of complaints, because we all, like, I think every one of us has like a hot, like, 10 minutes on, right?
Yeah, we all have our soapbox, right?
Yeah, I just happen to have more than most. I think.
Smash cut to a shipping container full of soapboxes.
Yes. But I was saying that, like, I think that this is the best argument against, like, an autocracy. Is that, like, any one of us, if given absolute power, could fill a camp real fast. With just some, like, or some petty stuff, right?
Right.
Like, if you were given unlimited power to exact petty revenge.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah.
Because we were talking about it, because we were talking about dog poop on the trail, because I talked about that on the show before, about, like, the dog poop bag. You bag up the dog poop bag, but then you leave it on the trail.
Right.
Which is just way worse than just leaving the dog poop.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
And so there's another thing that happens in our neighborhood, which is my garbage cans, like, kind of live in the alley, and they're kind of, like, towards the end of the alley. So, like, people put their dog poop bags in the garbage can, which is fine.
Sure.
But people do this thing where they put it, like, in the garbage can, but, like, shut the lid
on the bag, right?
So the little tail of the bag.
Yeah.
What is that? This isn't even a complaint. I'm just truly wondering, what is that about? What are they trying to do?
I think somebody is doming you. I think they want you to know that they want you to know that they know that you're going to see that poop.
Baby, yeah.
Right?
Like,
yeah, it's the weirdest thing, right? Like,
why not just put it all the way in the thing? It takes more effort to do this.
Right. Yeah. Even if it was like a one-handed thing, you just let go and then, like, pause for a nanosecond while gravity takes the wheel.
It's very strange.
Yeah, I don't know, Ian.
Yeah, if you're somebody that I genuinely, it's not even it doesn't even annoy me. I'm just baffled by it.
Yeah, perplexing. Yeah.
I really want to know.
I think that's one of the hardest things about being a human being, is just knowing that there is so much stuff that we will never have answers for, ever, whether it's personal, whether it's, like, interactions with the public, whether it's conceptual. Like, there's just so much that we're never going to know. Yeah. And we just have to deal with that, you know? Mm-hmm. I remember, like, when I was in my, like, I think, like, late 20s, I was like, I think I'm just okay not knowing so much.
Yeah.
Right? There's, like, a freedom in it, you know?
For sure.
Yeah. You know, and I think that does kind of dovetail into our take on cars, because we certainly don't think that we are people that need to know everything about a thing, or, like, you know, position ourselves in any way as people who know everything about a thing, you know? And there's freedom in realizing stuff we don't know, you know?
I was talking about, I'm the foremost expert in everything.
You are the foremost Volkswagen Fuse resource management expert. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You go to, like, you have, like, a sidewalk, like, shell game, but it's just 3 Volkswagens.
Yeah. Someone opens the hood and they're like, wait, are your 2 Volkswagens wired in serial?
Yes, if you want to start that car, you have to start this one first. Yeah. You know, speaking of expertise and things, that sort of dovetails with my license plate game. Really? Okay. Okay.
I think we should start it off with a license plate game, and then move from there.
Okay. All right. Let's get weird. Let's do it, man. Yeah. Yeah. Your license plate game. It's probably in the Dave Don't Look folder. No, it's in the current show folder.
In the current show folder.
Oh boy. All right. Okay.
And it is called, well, not to brag.
Okay. Okay. All right. I have a feeling these people are going to be bragging. All right.
Might be a little bit of braggadocio.
Okay. Here we go. Okay. So up top, we have a black Ford F-150 pick-em-up truck, current gen, or within the last few years for sure. In the middle, we have a very bronzish, goldish Jeep with some black multi-spoke wheels, like, I don't know, 20 some odd spoke wheels.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we have an S Mercedes in a handicap parking space.
S500.
S500, no less. Okay, in like a dark maroon or brownish?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, and the plates are expert. They just have expert. Genius, Genyus. Yeah. And then Mayor, Mayor. I'm guessing that this is not John's car.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Ugh. Ian, okay. Well, we're going to do some zoomies and enhances because this is a wild one. Black Ford pick-em-up truck. Oh, we have some damage on it, do we? Is there some crash damage on the rear passenger side? Okay.
Beep, beep, I'm a hurt boy.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Beep, beep,
yeah, like the little end cap on the rear, on the bumper has kind of like come off.
Yeah, it's a little bit of body damage on the bed too, which is unfortunate. Yeah. Aluminum is hard to repair. Okay, then we have the gold bronze Jeep thing with black accents, with black scents. Boy, Ian, this one's a tough one, buddy.
It is tough.
And then we have the S500 in maroon with nothing. The only context clues besides the crash damage, really just the vehicles themselves. Ian, boy, you're really playing with me here.
I will say the Mercedes is parked in the handicap spot, so you can do with that what you will.
Yeah. Huh. Okay. I want to put the most kind of like offensive plate on the most offensive vehicle, right? It's kind of like where we start sometimes with these, right?
Okay.
And I think Genius is the most offensive kind of plate. And I think that belongs on the Jeep for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why, but it just rubs me the wrong way. Yeah. I don't know. I kind of think these might be in order because I'm kind of thinking that the Mayor is in the S class and the expert is in the truck, but they're not an expert on driving or avoiding collisions. The only okay, so I'm gonna put Mayor on the S class for sure. Let's lock that one in.
Okay.
The thing I'm vacillating on is on expert and genius. I think like genius, like smooth move genius, right, for the truck. But then I can see somebody who drives that Jeep saying that as well. Oh, this one sucks.
It does suck. This one's hard. It's hard.
Oh,
but I was sitting on one of these forever, and I've been so excited to use it. And I finally figured that this was a good match.
This is a great grouping of plates, Ian. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I do want to stick with Genius on the gold bronze kind of, very ostentatious Jeep. Yeah, I don't know. That one's really, really speaking to me. I don't know. I'm gonna noodle. I gotta lock it in and I gotta walk away. I gotta go with my gut. I'm going in order. I'm going in order. It's not gonna be, but I don't know. I don't know.
All right. This was a tough one.
Yeah.
Let's see. The answers are in the Dave Don't Look folder.
Okay, because I want to dig into these weirdos when we're done.
I have some bad news for you.
And more bad news, don't you? Yeah.
I have 3 pieces of bad news for you.
Yeah, I got them all wrong.
Got them all wrong.
Ian,
Yeah.
Mayors on the Jeep?
Yes. This is downtown. I saw
Uh-huh.
this. I drove around the block to get this.
I was going to say, yeah, that is a car and a plate worth a detour to pick up. Yeah.
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 And I had been sitting on Expert for like a year.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Saw that in the grocery store parking lot. And
That's amazing. Expert. An expert in what?
I don't know. But I think I sort of am like, this is like a retired engineer sort of thing.
Yes.
Right. That's the energy that has.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. The thing that I was thinking was that they were the ex-CEO, now retired, of Pert Plus shampoo.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Expert. Yeah.
Expert. Uh-huh. Yeah.
And then I don't know what's going on with the truck.
With Genius.
They're a genius at everything except reversing.
Yeah. I think so. Wow. Those are amazing that you have three like that. Expert, Genius, and Mayor. Yeah. Braggadocious plates, man. Yeah.
Mayor, I think I kind of get the vibe of that.
Okay.
Of just like I'm, like when John Mulaney talks about, it was an old bit of his where he was, his wife was complaining that he talks to everybody that they see on the street, and it's like, and she's like, it's like I'm walking with the mayor everywhere I go.
Yes.
That's that vibe. The mayor, like I have arrived.
Yes.
Mayor is here. Everybody look at me.
And I have a feeling like I may not hate it. I may not hate being around that person. Maybe they can pull it off. Maybe there's a chance.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Slim.
Very
chance.
slim, because I think I think probably if you are that compelling a person, you don't feel the need to advertise it on your license plate. Right. Yeah. Unless there's some sweet story like Mayor was his dog that passed away or something, right? Like, yeah. I'm out again. Now it's schmaltzy. No, I don't like it.
Yeah, schmaltz is the Ian repellent. Yeah. Wow. Man, those are three very, very different cars and three very similar plates.
Cheers.
Yeah. Well done, Ian. Boy. Okay. All right. Well, speaking of engineering and engineering and being experts, I think that we do have a little bit of expertise when it comes to the IT realm.
Poco. Yes.
Yeah. So tell the folks about the article that you sent me today.
Yes. So there is a big article in the New York Times, and it's kind of starting to make the rounds a bit, about how automakers and GM in particular have been caught selling your driving data to insurance companies. Yeah. So this is basically like, so what happened was the main kind of through line in the story was this guy had a huge increase in his auto insurance rates, didn't have any accidents, didn't have any tickets, trying to figure out what was going on, got his, and then was like on the phone with his insurance company. Finally, someone at the insurance company said, you should check with LexisNexis to see what's in there. And it turned out that they had all the driving data from all the trips he took in his Chevy Volt.
Yeah. Like an 18-minute drive on this exact date from here to here. Yeah.
And there was a hard braking event and a hard cornering event, hard acceleration event.
Right.
I mean, this is like, and also, I mean, not for nothing, like obviously he didn't consent to this information being shared. It's not like he volunteered to put one of those
OBD things
in.
Yep.
Which again, I would never do.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is crazy. So like basically if you, and this is, this is sort of the worst case scenario of what everyone was saying with connected cars becoming an issue. It's funny. Like it's another one of those things where connected cars were supposed to give us all these benefits as consumers and all of that.
Right.
And surprise, surprise, the big innovation is just another way to treat you like a fucking cash register.
Right. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So like the legality of this stuff is that it is like buried deep in terms of service and like in the legalese of like anything that you sign, like when it comes to like the purchase of your car or even a test drive. They like, the piece of the article where they were talking about like the ability to pull data from third-party sources, which is a data broker like LexisNexis, and that's LexisNexis. Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know. Yeah, to pull data from these data brokers about you. Yeah, for the purchase of a car. Yeah, or test drive, like all kinds of stuff. Yeah, and it's wild. It's like I do not get like super like militia-y very often where I'm like, fuck it, burn it down. We're rubbing sticks together to make fire. We're going off the grid, right? But this is the kind of thing that moves the needle for me in that direction, right?
Oh, I was like, how long would it take me to locate every SIM card in my car and rip it out of the dash?
Right. And then, then you have to deal with this stuff not like potentially your car not even starting until until like it knows that the cellular modem is okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. Oh man, this is horrendous. And makes it like even more galling is that all of this is coming out the same week as the TikTok all the TikTok news that Congress is going to like ban TikTok, which I'm not unsympathetic to the argument that, 3/4 of the teens of the country shouldn't be under the influence of China or that China should not be harvesting information about, hundreds of millions of Americans. I think all of those are fantastic arguments.
Right.
The problem is that it's just like super arbitrary and ridiculous because there's nothing to stop under the current regime China from buying this same data.
This same data. Yes.
There's nothing. There's nothing to stop it.
Right. Exactly.
Right? So and so like the bigger issue is data privacy in general. American companies shouldn't be able to do this sort of bullshit.
Right.
And obviously, if it's bad for it's bad for China to do it, it's bad for some VC asshole to do it in Silicon Valley too.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. That seems pretty obvious to me. I don't know.
No, I'm buying a welder and we are Gene Hackmaning enemy of the stating welding a Faraday cage around your Jetta.
Just a rolling Faraday cage.
Yes. Yeah, no, it's that. Oh, God. See, you go to so many different possibilities, like so many different potential like scenarios with this, right? Like, so to loop back on what you said earlier about it being kind of like the sugar that makes the medicine go down is that like all of this data that is being pulled from connected cars is supposed to, we were supposed to have cars that would talk to each other so they wouldn't run into each other. That was the whole fucking thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, was that we were supposed to have car-to-car shit so we couldn't hit each other and everybody
car to infrastructure.
Right, car to infrastructure so we would know when lights were out, when roads were out, all that shit, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what we were supposed to have, right?
Yeah.
And okay, do we have it? No, right? We have parking sensors and blind spot detectors, and that's about an active cruise control, and that's about it at this point, right?
Well, and you can do things from your phone, which are like, who gives a shit, man?
Right.
Not exactly. That is not worth this.
No, exactly. Right. Yeah. So like,
and this is just to like put a real point on it, like this is really bad for enthusiasts, right? Because the type of data that they're collecting, and this is why I think those OBD things are terrible too.
Yeah.
One of the things they talk about in here is like a hard braking event or
hard acceleration events.
Hard acceleration events. There was one guy in here who had a Corvette
Yep.
And he took it to a track day,
Right.
and that was in the report.
Right. Right. A
So there's
vehicle that is made to do the thing is, and he's doing the thing, and it's negatively impacting his insurance because he did the thing in a completely legal and safe manner. And on top of that, a thing that actually makes him a safer driver on the streets.
100%. So there's no context.
Right.
Right. So like there's no way to compare like, oh, well, you were driving with your cruise control on. Never mind you were staring at your phone in heavy traffic.
Exactly.
Versus you're all alone on a canyon road and you do some hard braking events.
Right.
Where you're, paying attention and doing the things you're supposed to do.
Right.
Like those are not comparable.
Right. Right.
You can't just remove context from.
You know what? That's a great point, right? You can't remove context from a Mercedes-Benz that wins Pebble Beach. You can't remove context from a hard braking event that is being data harvested from your car, right? You cannot remove context from these things, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the only thing we can do is everybody needs to just do a bunch of hard braking events.
Yeah. Right. No, we have to poison the well. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because if that's the thing, right? Like when it's like caloric guides, nutrition guides, it's like movement guides, any of those things, right? Where like the needle gets moved around as people realize what is actually normal for society. Like I went to a new primary care physician, right? Got the full blood workup because it's been a little bit and I'm doing the whole thing. Got to make some changes, right? And he was talking about how we used to tell people, to get so much exercise. Now we're just pleading with people to just move, just take a step, stand in sunshine for a minute, Yeah. And when you have an accurate picture of what is truly going on in the world, you can realize what normal truly looks like and adjust what you thought normal looked like or what you think normal should be, right, to what normal is, right? Yeah. And this fire hose of data that they're getting from these cars does nothing to move the needle in any positive direction, right?
No.
Yeah.
No, it's bad.
Yeah. So then the motivation of insurance companies to purchase the data is to get better insight on their drivers so that they can figure out who to raise the rates on. Right. That's the hook for an insurance company. Right. For them to be able to acquire this data from LexisNexis, analyze it and hike up rates. Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And then for automakers, it's just like another source of income. So I think they said there was someone from GM said that it was in the low millions of dollars a year, but these are relatively recent innovations. So if you think about how many cars a year GM is selling, I mean, that's going to only grow from here.
That there's all kinds of financial projections that are looking at the attrition rate of non-connected cars leaving the roads and the ingress of cars, like the net add of cars, connected cars being added to the streets every day, right? Yep. And they're looking at their market percentages and projecting out how much of that data they're going to be able to continue providing and selling, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's people that are way smarter that have already done all these calculations that even cause this to happen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it just makes me wonder, who's going to be the first automaker to offer the sunroof delete package for SIM cards?
Exactly. Yes. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
That I think that is coming.
Yeah.
For sure.
Right.
And it'll be very expensive. But I think enthusiasts, especially for things like Corvettes, Porsches, things like that, I could see people doing that. And then and then later on down the line, they're more valuable.
Right. Right. Yeah. It's like pie hole, but for your car.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Burn it to the ground.
Yeah, so then I think that's smash cut to you and I looking for Stingray devices on Craigslist so that we can have our own cellular towers that trick our connected vehicles into authenticating against or sending data to. Right. Then we can filter from there. Right.
Yeah. Park it at autocross. Just be like, you're welcome, everybody.
Yes. Yes. Right. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
No one's cell phone is going to work, but it'll be worth
it. Yeah. And then, I mean, you know, to your point, like then you think about the market for non-connected cars, right? Because it's a limited resource, right? And if just about everything being made has these capabilities, right, for one reason or another, whatever the organization is using to justify it, then that's could potentially put a premium on non-connected cars, which sucks because, like, that's all I want to buy, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. One of the things that I thought was really funny in the article was when they called out the brands that were like kind of like notorious for doing this. Mm-hmm. So GM, Honda, Kia, and Hyundai have started offering an optional feature that like rate people's driving and stuff like that. But where was that piece about the actual manufacturers that are doing this? Let me see. Let me see if I can do a quick find here.
Yeah, I don't remember. It was a couple days since I've read it.
Yeah. Mitsubishi is also contributing to this. Mitsubishi is contributing their 7 vehicles that they've sold.
You know what, though? I'm going to say, Mitsubishi, just whatever you need to do
to stay alive.
You're fine. You get a pound.
Right.
Nobody else is allowed to do this. Mitsubishi, you sell whatever. If you need my kidney, if you want to sell my kidney, that's fine.
Right. Right? Yeah. That's what I thought was funny about this. Oh gosh, our display's all messed up. Our display's all messed up. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and Subaru doing it, like,
yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's lots of, I mean, I'm assuming most WRX owners are uninsurable as it is. So this is not going to help matters.
No, it's just kind of the nail in the coffin for them.
Right.
Yeah. 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 Oh, buddy. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah. Real world driving behavior collected from over 10 million vehicles. Oh, we should tell folks, what is one of the actions that you and I took from reading this article? From you sending it to me, for us? Yes.
Yes. We both requested our LexisNexis reports, which you can do.
Yes.
And they have to send it to you
in the YouTube description. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And I am very curious to see if there is driving data from my Volkswagen in it. From my All-Track.
I can guarantee you there will be. Yeah. Right? Yeah.
Because my insurance rates did go up after I bought that car, which I thought was interesting since the Saab is like, you know, a way worse car.
Right. But in order to send data to LexisNexis, you had to plug in a 56K modem.
It's a serial cable. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You actually had to make your own 30-pin connector.
Yes, you did. Yeah. You had to sacrifice an iPod dock connector.
Yeah.
And somehow interface it with a TI-85 graphic calculator. Yeah. To get the data over to Saab. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we've been talking about this for a long time on this show about the dangers of the data that is being collected and who's going to own it.
Right.
And it's pretty clear now that the automakers, in the absence of any legislation, are just saying that, well, they own it and they can do whatever they want. Which is absurd. Like, think about what that means. You have bought a car that you ostensibly own. You are driving it. The automaker doesn't have anything to do with it.
Right.
This is even without having like an OnStar subscription or anything.
Right.
And they own the data that you generate with the thing that you own.
Right.
That's crazy.
Are they going to be able to deny a warranty claim at some point because of a hard braking event and they don't know that you stopped because a fucking deer ran into the road?
Right. Well, that's the other thing. There's no, like I said before, there's no context to any of this.
Right.
So it's all just, again, it's just an excuse to treat people like cash registers, like to just extract as much money out of every transaction, even years after it's complete.
this like it just smacks of me so hard of like insurance pre-existing condition shit, like health insurance. Yeah.
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 Yeah. It's just
another great thing that's happening in our world.
But don't worry, we're banning TikTok.
Yes, exactly. We're banning TikTok and those Zyn tobacco things.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No. I don't know, Ian. I don't know. Yeah, I did the thing where you can see if your vehicle is capable of sending data. I put the fiat in and their servers just blue screened. Yeah, like you put your VIN in and it tells you what kind of, like what the company's data practices are. They said that my car is equivalent to a hard drive on wheels. Like it collects the data, but it doesn't have anything to send the data. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The Alltrack is a smartphone on wheels, is what it said.
Oh, did you do the same thing? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that website seemed a little hokey. Like there wasn't much information of like what was really happening, but
yeah.
No, I really want to go in and just rip the SIM card out of that fucking thing. Surely I can find it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's insane. Yeah. And there's been people that have done all kinds of YouTube series and stuff like that of how to get out from underneath data brokers, how to stop submitting data brokers, how to opt out of stuff. Each state has its own variety of laws around this kind of stuff. We're no experts, so you should definitely do some research if you have any interest of trying to get your data away from data brokers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is a thing like in IT, like disaster recovery, where it will keep you up every night for the rest of your life if you really let yourself go there mentally. Right. But letting yourself go there mentally to a degree is a really important thing to do. Right. To just completely be blind to all this is ignorance. Right. That sucks. Right. That's not what we should be doing. But yeah, I don't know, Ian.
Yeah, no. And I think, I mean, and that's why again, to bring it back to the TikTok thing, like I feel like people being more aware of what the current landscape is for their data and the data that they're generating all the time and stuff like that. I think that provides a more like robust defense against like efforts like this like the TikTok thing, rather than you're taking away our fun thing.
Right.
When really the thing is like, no, the fun thing is bad.
Right.
Like,
right.
That's the real issue.
Right.
And whether it's owned by, Chinese owners or I don't know if you saw the news, but Steve Mnuchin is gonna buy it with like Saudi backing. Like,
great.
Fixed it.
Yeah. Yeah. So much better.
Yeah.
Right.
The real issue is like people can just sell everything about you.
Right.
At a whim.
Right. Yeah.
Awful.
So we're building a racetrack in the mountains.
Yeah. With a Faraday cage around it.
Right. Right. It'll
it's
be
basically
like
Rocket League.
Yeah.
That's the story. That's the storyline behind Rocket League. That's how Rocket League started.
Oh my God. Yeah. You need to write some Rocket League fan fiction. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just a Faraday cage to prevent this bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah. Somehow it's like the Maze Runner meets Rocket League. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I like that.
It's actually a dystopian nightmare future.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Like those Torchinsky bits about like thinking about the real anatomy of cars, the movie cars. Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah. It is very dystopian. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, Ian. We're living in a Werner Herzog world,
Yeah. Fuck this bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why we have 2 license plates games today, guys.
Yep. Because we want to lighten some stuff up. Yeah.
Why don't we lighten it up?
Okay.
Do you want to do something from our friend Johnny, or do you want to do a license plate game again?
You know what? Let's do something with Johnny, and then we'll do a license plate game. I need an album from you.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And then smash cut to you with some needle nose pliers going after your Volkswagen.
Yes, absolutely.
Tearing the interior apart. Okay. So our good buddy Johnny up in Wisconsin, fantastic short track racer, circle track racer, all around super nice guy, sent us what he considers like the opening salvo for the most Wisconsin of Wisconsin cars on Facebook Marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So thank you, Johnny, for this. And then we're definitely going to talk about this, Ian. So here you go. So here is what Johnny sent us. Okay. It is a 1991 Ford Econoline van. That is Green Bay Packer. Ambulance. I'm sorry. It's an old ambulance. It is the Green Bay Packers, like Packers kind of like, fanbulance. Yeah.
Before you click away from this picture. How many kegs of beer are in the back, and how many sausages can be cooked simultaneously out of the back of this thing? Because those are the only two questions.
Yes. Yeah.
It's not whether, it's how many of both of those things.
Right. We don't need horsepower figures. We don't need miles per gallon. We need quantity of sausages and kegs of beer per minute.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, let's just look through the pictures, buddy.
Oh my God.
So the interior has like, it's all green and yellow checkered, and there's...
I expected it to be like gutted.
No, they kept all the ambulance stuff inside. Yeah. Yeah, and like they like reupholstered it in like in green like vinyl with yellow piping. Yeah, so like I've been in ambulances. Like this is like all of this storage stuff is like the stuff that they have in an ambulance. Look, there's like the thing where all the monitors are hooked up. There's the intercom and stuff. The power.
I was like, this is nicer than most ambulances I've been in.
I think you're right. Yeah. Right.
Impressive.
Yeah.
And they even have the railings and the hooks where you can, if you tailgate long enough, you can get drunk, be hungover, and then recover with an IV and do it again.
Yes, exactly. They can hit you with fluids. Yeah. they're gonna PCAP you when you come in. Yeah. Yep. So it's got a full wrap on it. It says Fanbulance. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the only thing that I feel like is missing is its ability to dispense cheese curds out of the tailpipe.
Yeah.
I need some warmed cheese in order to fully appreciate this vehicle.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't like football.
Yeah.
At all. I think it's a terrible sport. $17,000. This seems like a bargain.
It does. Well, Ian, I have to tell you, I think it may be a buyer's market in Wisconsin, Ian. I cannot wait to tell you this. Would you believe that there was not one, but two Fanbulances in Wisconsin that came up on the search, Ian?
That is amazing.
There's another one called Pulse of the Pack. Yeah. This has to be like the rival to the other one, right?
And it's only $10,000.
It is, and not nearly as well appointed.
That's true. Yes.
Yeah.
They just did the carpet.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, and put up like some vinyl decals, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. They got some speakers in the back, right?
Yeah.
They will include one Weber grill! !
Okay.
Yeah. It can seat 7 people. Oh, they're using the storage trays as coolers, okay, with the check plating, so that pops out from the side. There's a video here. I don't know where this is going.
That only holds enough. The problem is that cooler on the side there that you showed, that only holds enough beer for the driver.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a pretty paltry amount for a Wisconsinite. Yeah. Yeah, for the driver. Yeah. Yep.
That's the mandatory minimum number of drinks that you can have in Wisconsin as a driver.
Right. Yeah, they don't have a blood alcohol cap. They have a minimum. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So so not one but two, but I think the one Johnny sent is absolutely better.
Yeah, I feel like this is what the governor drives in Wisconsin.
Right? Yeah. It's a very Wisconsin entry. That is for sure.
It is. The only thing that would be more Wisconsin is literally if it sprayed beer as it drove along.
Right. And somehow managed to get people to not confront their feelings.
Right. And then, like, instead of a windshield washer reservoir, it has just like a cheese reservoir, the melted cheese reservoir. It sprays it on the windshield.
Yes. Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
Impressive.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Johnny. Yes.
Yeah.
That is a good one for Wisconsin for sure. Yeah.
It goes on the map. Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. If anybody thinks that they have another one for their state that does it justice, send it on in 720-515-1391. Send us some screenshots. And if you want, send us a link. I'm very thankful that Johnny sent this in and that it allowed us to find the 2 fanbulances currently at this moment just happen to be for sale right now, Ian. Right now.
They they live their stereotypes hard, man.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. We threw just a fucking dart, right, onto the Facebook marketplace and bam, it hit 2.
Yeah.
It somehow forked and hit the same thing.
That's amazing.
Right?
Well done, Johnny. Thank you for sending that.
Absolutely.
That's really fun. That's really funny.
Yeah. Okay, Ian, I have a license plate game for you.
I am ready to receive a license plate.
Ian?
Yes.
This one's called Mother.
Okay.
All right. You gotta admit, mom plates are a thing. Right?
They definitely are, yes.
Right? Okay, here you go, Ian. I'm going to hit you with some 3 listener-submitted mom plates.
Okay.
All right? Here we go. All right.
Okay, so we've got a Dodge Durango up top.
Yep.
Black, looks like.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a silver Mazda CX-9, looks like.
Yep.
And then we've got a Lexus RX 350.
Yep.
And then we've got Awesome Mom is one of the license plates. Big Mom and Super Mom.
Yep.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Let's do some zoomies and enhancies.
Yeah.
This is going to be tough.
I will say, I got one of these today. I didn't even put it in the hopper folder. I just dragged it straight into the done folder and into the license plate game. Yeah, today. With it didn't even sit in the hopper folder on my hard drive. Yeah.
All right. So nothing really going on Dodge Durango, just Colorado plate.
Yep. Blacked
Newer
out.
Colorado plate.
Yep. Some heavy tint.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not much happening there. Okay.
Right.
Mazda, no license plate frame.
Yep. Yep. Just raw dogging that plate straight to the vehicle. Yep.
Absolutely nothing. I can see a little bit of the driver.
Yep.
A little bit of the driver in profile.
You see some glasses, I think.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then we've got, this is a Maryland plate, and we've got a Patriots and a Red Sox.
Some stickers
on the Lexus. But none of the plates say "wicked awesome," so that's not that much help.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
What are the plates? Awesome Mom, Big Mom,
yeah,
Super Mom.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is really tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the mom thing is like that's a Britishism.
Okay. Yeah. What's an Anglophile drive? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
So I think I'm going to say New Englander is either going to say, I think New Englander, for whatever reason, I'm leaning towards Awesome Mom on the Lexus.
Okay. Okay.
Just, I don't know. I can hear it of all of these, I can hear it in the New England accent.
I was going to ask you, like, what do you hear most in a New England accent? And can you do it for us, Ian?
Awesome Mom? I don't know. I can't really do it. Okay. And then, these are tough. Because I feel like the Mazda is sort of like a humble car. It's more of a car that a humble person would drive. A Dodge is a little more in your face.
Right.
So I'm going to go Super Mom on the Dodge and Big Mom on the CX-9.
Okay. Okay.
I think. Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah. So super big, awesome.
Super big, awesome. Okay. All right. Ian, I have one piece of good news for you.
Oh no.
Yep, Big Mom. Yeah, Jesse sent Big Mom today on the Dodge Durango.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That was my first thought, and I didn't go with it.
That's okay. Yeah. PETA sent us Super Mom, and our buddy John sent us Awesome Mom. Oh shoot, I typoed it. It's Awesome Mom, MOM. Oh no, that's right. I got it right. I got it right. Okay. Yeah. All these mom plates. Yeah. Maza.
Yeah.
Yep. So there you go, Ian. Yep.
Very good. That was a tough one too.
Yeah, right? Yeah,
really
not a lot to go on. Yeah.
Yeah, we stumped ourselves this week.
Yeah. Right on. Ian,
yes.
If I want to drive around and do a bunch of hard braking events, hard accelerating events and stuff like that, what should I be listening to in my car while my car is sending data to LexisNexis? My car can't do that either.
Yes.
But yes.
So this is not really hard braking, hard accelerating music this week, but
maybe it's music to make your insurance rate better.
This is music to make your insurance rate better for sure. So we're going to go with the new album by Helado, Negro.
Yeah, you're going to have to spell that out for me. Also, music to make your insurance rate better is the worst Dan Nakamura Handsome Boy Modeling School follow-up ever. Yeah. Music to make love to your old lady by. Music to make your insurance rates better. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Helado.
Okay.
Negro, Negro.
Sure.
And the name of the album is PHASOR, PHASOR.
OR. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
This is really great. So it's on 4AD. So it's sort of, there's some down tempo, there's some glitch, there's some like South American like samba-y beats. There's it's really, really cool. He's Ecuadorian. But is in the US, and just like really cool, like fusion of a bunch of stuff, electronic music.
Okay.
It sort of has the same vibe. Do you remember the Lindstrom stuff that I played for you that I was really into for a while?
I'd have to hear it, but yeah.
So it's sort of like chill, but disco-y but with like glitchy stuff going on in the background.
Okay.
Similar sort of vibes. But this is brand new. Just came out this year.
Yeah.
He's got a bunch of other albums. I just got introduced to him, and it's great. You should. I think you're gonna really dig this.
Nice. I will check this out. Yeah, we got Bandcamp, Apple Music, and Spotify links that are in the YouTube description. Yeah, this one looks really interesting, Ian.
Yeah, I think you will really like this.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Right on.
And then before we end, I do have one other small thing.
Yeah.
Which is it's related to hard braking, which is what reminded me of it.
Okay.
We got a big snowstorm.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
And it was in true Denver fashion. It dumped and then was basically gone.
Yeah, we had like a foot, like Netherlands or somewhere out there got like over 4 feet of snow.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, we got like a foot down in Denver. Yeah.
Yeah. But then, by like the next day, the roads were totally clear.
Right.
And so I was taking the R32 out, and I had both kids in the car with me.
Uh-huh.
And I had backed into the driveway.
Why did you back into the driveway?
Honestly, it was because there's a big puddle in my driveway, and I was trying to avoid it. Honestly.
Oh, okay. It's not because your plates are still expired?
Yeah, they can't do anything if it's in the driveway. It's fine. So I backed into the driveway, and so I cleaned off my windshield, and then I went to go clean off the top of my car because I always clean off the top of my car.
Of course, because you're not a monster.
But then I remembered that last time I did that, the kids were like, well, why are you cleaning the top of your car? You don't look out the top of your car.
Okay.
And so I was like, well, this is a good
teaching moment. Okay.
So I accelerated and then I was like, do you want to see why I clean off the top of the car all the time? And they were like, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, hold on tight. And so I accelerated and then slammed on the brakes, and the whole 6 inches of snow across the whole thing just came sliding out of the windshield. and they lost their minds laughing. They were laughing for like 20 minutes about it. It was great.
Yeah. Nice. That's awesome. That's a great thing to do to teach them. Yeah.
And I was like, I've seen that happen at a stoplight before.
Yeah,
and
right?
It's hilarious.
Yeah. That's fantastic, Ian. That's a good seize the moment kind of thing, man.
Yeah, I just thought it'd be fun. So snow cakes.
Yeah.
Don't leave them up there.
Nope, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, right. And if you do, use it as an educational mechanism for your children, loved ones, etc.
There you go.
Right? Yeah.
A great thing to tell the cops that you were doing. I was showing them what not to do.
Yes. So Ian and I are opening the first wing or the first branch of the Colorado Car Cake Education Society. Yes. We have a skid pad and a snow machine.
The skid pad that's just straight.
Yeah. And it's just me with an ice maker and a blender. Yep.
And then when no one's using it, it's a snow cone machine.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Nice. Okay.
Yep.
Wow. Right on, man. Okay, buddy.
Well, everybody, I think we done did a car show.
We did. Yeah. We talked about cars.
We sure did. We talked about cars. We talked about privacy.
Mm-hmm.
Talked about snow cakes. And the Green Bay Packers, apparently. Everybody, send us your vanity plates and your other random thoughts. 720-515-1391. Send us emails. Find us on the Blue Sky. Thank you. We love you. Goodbye.